It's a cliffhanger from the last episode. Carl told us he was going to tell us about Ducky. I have no idea what Ducky means, but cannot wait to hear it. You're listening to the right episode of the Lone Officer Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Kyles. Carl White, what the heck is Ducky? You said it on the last episode. So if you didn't listen, go back and listen to the last one. So go for it.
Brother, this is a very powerful thing.
Okay.
This is a very powerful thing that somebody shared with me about a month ago, and it's been very interesting. Very,
Okay.
very interesting. So in the engineering world, when they're looking to solve a problem, they literally have uh literally a little rubber duck,
Okay.
right? That they call their ducky, right? And they've got this ducky sitting up on their shelf. And what they do is, like, when we're trying to solve a problem or figure something out and we think it in our head, it's just kind of like our thoughts race and they're not focused, and we're not really squeezing ideas out of our thoughts when they're just in our head.
Okay.
And so what these guys do when engineers, when they're looking to solve a problem, is they literally get this little rubber duck. This sounds
Come on.
crazy, but dude, this
Come
is,
on.
yeah. They grab this rubber duck and they put it on top of their desk. And they look at the ducky and they go, all right,
Wow.
ducky, here's what I'm trying to do.
Huh.
We got to figure out a way to do this to that. And, I'm not sure how that would work. So maybe one of the ways I could try is and say it. They go,
Mm.
but the problem with doing that would be this, and that they find when they're talking with their ducky, right, that clarity comes because they're speaking it out loud, and it's as if they're talking to somebody,
Wow.
and getting your thoughts out of your head and verbalize them gives a clarity.
Mm.
And dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I've been doing this.
Dude, I actually
And
don't think you're crazy. I just thought because you could literally get a ducky for every one of those plans that we've now put together from the previous episode we talked about. I declare, dude, how powerful is that? It's like I got one, two, like, and I'm not saying you do multiple. It may be not supposed to, but what I would do is get a handful and say, dude, ducky every day. I'm talking to you till we hit that, baby. That's
yeah, and and
powerful.
and, and that's what they do, is that they just there's just something magical when you
Yeah.
speak it out, as opposed to the jumbled thoughts in our head. Same thing, by the way, it goes with our fears.
Yeah.
That we have these fears that's in our head, and they're mulling, and when they're in their head, they just grow to this gigantic size.
Yeah.
And then, but when we speak it out, so all right, my biggest fear is this, and
Yeah.
then you ask the magical question, so what? So
Hmm.
Steve, my biggest fear is I'm going to do that. I'm going to teach that class, and I'm going to lose my place.
Yeah.
So what? So the class might not go exactly how I wanted. So what? Um,
I may feel embarrassed and uncertain to do it
so
again.
what? So
Yeah.
what? And it's like, all right, so I didn't get the referrals that I already don't have.
So what?
So what? No big deal. No
Mm,
big deal.
that's powerful.
So I love this ducky thing. I really like the idea of it. Um, yeah, and I think another form of the ducky would be to have somebody that I can talk to
Hmm.
that's non-judgmental.
Mm,
I don't want to hear that's positive. I
hmm.
don't want to hear any of this. That'll never work. Like you and I both know those kinds of people, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
and it's
Oh
all
yeah.
good. They don't mean it. They don't mean
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
right? God made all of us different, and I'm sure that serves a purpose somewhere, right? It must, or in my belief system, He wouldn't made some people like that, right? It's all good. There's got to be some Eeyores in the group, and somehow that makes a group work, I guess. I suppose. But when I'm trying to solve a problem, I don't need an Eeyore.
That's
I
right.
need a positive person,
That's right.
non-judgmental.
Yep.
Well, that's stupid. That'd be too hard. No, no, no,
Yep.
no. I
Yep.
want you to just listen to me as I talk this out, and I
Mm,
get a clarity of my plan that I'm going to take.
mm.
That I've got to close an extra 5 loans a month,
Yep.
which means an extra 15 grand a month. I have got to figure that out. So, all right. So, what's some ways I can do that? And just
Mm.
start verbalizing this stuff out.
Dude, I
And the
love
first
it.
time I verbalize it, it's not going to be crystal clear.
Yep.
Like there's this conversation that needs to happen where we map this stuff out. So where if we're sitting at our little cubicle and we have all those self-doubts and we're not sure what to do and we have all these jumbled thoughts, I'm telling you, if you just simply have a conversation with non-judgmental, um, positive
Duckies.
person,
Yeah.
duckies,
Duckies, whether it's a
and just
person or a duck, a
yeah,
little.
and
Yeah.
just verbalize these things
Yeah.
out. I'm telling you, it's just magic. But the thing, you can't start the conversation and then finish it in your head. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
It has to be a verbal,
I love that.
outspoken.
There's something about
Uh,
hearing it. Like there's an
yes,
audible processing that
clarity,
happens.
clarity.
Yeah. I
It's
love that.
clarity,
Man,
and
it's kind of weird, but really powerful. And I'm like, of course that would work. Like,
yeah. So I
and you
just heard this
see
about
it.
a
Yeah.
month ago, and
Yeah.
I wish I. So I wish I could. It was a loan officer that shared it with me. It was somebody in our community, and I swear I don't remember who it was, but I just absolutely love
Powerful.
that. Very
Powerful.
powerful thing. Yeah.
Hey, and if you didn't listen to the previous episode where Carl was talking about the I declare, it's really the plan to walk through what it is that you want in freedom in your life. So listen to that episode, then this one will make even more sense and clarity, because this is a great time to actually go in and begin to walk out the plans that you have a dream and desire to walk out this year. You're capable, you're worthy, you are more than enough. This is the year. And look, if you're listening and you're saying, man, this all makes sense, and you're talking about community and plan and little duckies, hey, give me more. Go to freedomplanningcall.com, freedomplanningcall.com. Myself, Carl, Kristen, one of us will jump on a call with you. We'll help you navigate a plan. We want to be your community that helps you today. Because look, Carl and I know this. A lot of you are starting over as day one loan officers, and we can help you with a proven plan to get real results right now. Go to freedomplanningcall.com. Carl, who the heck thought we'd do an episode? I'm literally just going to call it Ducky.
Yeah.
What?
Who's your ducky?
Who's your that's it. That's it. Who's your
Who's your
ducky?
ducky?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Good
Well,
stuff.
Carl, man, good stuff. Thank you. And listen, for all of you, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.